And we'll silence cell phones, invocation and pledge of allegiance. So I'll do the invocation this morning.
Thank you.
Or this afternoon. And then, of course, Kevin will do the pledge for us. Oh, Lord, we thank you for the beautiful weather. We thank you for our friendships and communication ability as this board works through the different things we have to do today. And we pray that everybody keeps in good health in Jesus Christ, our Savior's name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Georgiana.
Here.
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 Vice President Cliff Jacobson.
Here.
President Bill Kellogg.
Here. There isn't any public, so I won't read the paragraph on that. And Kevin takes over now.
Okay. I will accept nominations for the office of president.
I nominate Dan Wetland.
Or however you choose to spell it.
Nomination
Dan
for
Wetland.
Any other nominations?
Sure, I'll nominate Cliff Jacobson.
Okay. Any other nominations?
Move nominations close.
Nominations are now closed. We will vote on these as were nominated. So we will take a vote first on Dan Wetland as president. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is that 3? All those opposed? 0.
Well, if you get, you want to do that
Yeah.
Not opposed.
individually?
By roll call.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's, roll call.
All right. Do you want to do a roll call?
Can you start at the other end so I don't have to go? It doesn't matter.
Director Whitman.
Aye.
Vote for yourself? Is that how it works?
You can.
Director Rice.
Aye.
Director Sola.
I don't want to say nay, but what do I?
But you can say that. It doesn't hurt my feelings
Oh,
at
okay.
all, Mark. We're friends.
Okay, nay, I guess.
No.
And then President Kellogg.
Aye. You don't have to call me president anymore.
You still are until
I thought
that.
it had to be.
Passes 3-2. So at this point, I will turn the meeting over to Wetland.
Thank you. I'm honored, guys. Appreciate it. Hopefully, I will do a good job. Don't hesitate to ever tell me if I'm doing a bad job. I'm open to criticism whenever and wherever. Okay, floor is open for nominations for vice president.
I nominate Cliff Jacobson.
Any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Mark.
Any others? Okay, nominations are closed. We'll vote on the 2 positions. Cliff Jacobson, all those in favor? Oh, no. Roll call.
Cliff was the first one.
Okay. Director Whitman.
Aye.
Director Rice.
I don't know what to do, because if you nominate someone else, does that mean you don't want to be the vice president?
Vote your conscience.
I'm going to say aye for Cliff.
Director Sola.
Aye.
Director Jacobson.
You can vote for yourself.
I guess.
Sure.
I'll take it again.
Director Kellogg.
Decline.
Aye.
Congratulations. Okay. Number 4, Director Health Benefits.
You have to.
Oops, I'm sorry. Oops. As soon as I said that, I looked up and saw Treasurer Secretary. Now, we don't really have nominations for it. We just, do we just approve the treasurer position and your position as treasurer?
You appoint through a voting process.
Okay, we do.
So you nominate.
We do the same procedures even though there is nothing else. Now, do any one of you want to be treasurer instead of him? No. Okay, the floor is open for nominations for treasurer.
I'll nominate Kevin Phillips for treasurer.
It's a good suggestion. Very good. Any other nominations? Hearing none, we'll close. You want to vote on that separately then? Yes? Okay, we'll vote on that, please. Roll call, ma'am.
President Whitler?
Yes.
Director Rice?
Aye.
Director Sola?
Yes.
Vice President Jacobson?
Yes.
Director Kellogg?
Yes.
My eye was very low, so I'll say aye a little louder. Yeah. So that's unanimous. Thank you very much. You are treasurer. Okay, the floor is open for nominations for secretary.
Nominate Georgiana Barrio for secretary.
Any other nominations? Again, good choice. Nominations will close. We'll vote on that, please.
President Whitler?
Aye.
Director Rice?
Aye.
Director Sola?
Yes.
Vice President Jacobson?
Yes.
Director Kellogg?
Yes.
Thank you all. Number 4, Director of Health Benefits, Mr. Phillips.
Yes. So you have the memo. The Director of Health Benefits have been, they were put into place in 2006, but there was never a difference between the management pay and the union pay. So there has never been a discrepancy between what path the director was on when it came to payment for the health benefits. And now that there is a discrepancy between the two on how payments are made, we were just looking for direction from the board on how you felt we shall handle directors and what path, or if they have a choice of a path, however you would like to, for the director to move along within the health benefits payment section, how you guys would want that to happen.
And then just a corresponding change to the policy so that it's clear moving forward.
Perfect.
As I'm the only director that I know of,
I was going to ask you.
payment, and I'm not a member of the union, and I'm considered an employee, so that leaves me, the only place to go would be in management, I would think. That's where I'm at now. That's where the structure I live under now. I'm just hoping when we get to negotiating with them this year, or this next year, I should say, that we're going to probably end up with them with the same. That's usually what happens, or has happened in the past, but who knows?
We can't speculate on that one. But that's the direction. So that would be the motion if that's how you guys wanted it to run. Would be that then it would state that he would or whoever the director would follow the MO management.
We're just gonna, we're gonna change 2 words up there where it says in that, I guess it's the second paragraph, as received by district employees. It will instead say as received by either the management group, the, what do you call it,
General.
general unit, or at the discretion of the director. Unless you can think of something else, and you might. I see 3 options.
I would be for letting the director have the choice, so that if there's one that's beneficial at that time that they serve, they can have the choice. And I would just change it for that 1 paragraph. Directors and their eligible dependents can participate in any of the districts. Blah, blah,
Whichever
blah.
group they choose to participate in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's okay with me.
Legally, no problem with that? Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Didn't we talk early on about once Director Kellogg was no longer on the board that we were going to change it? Continue that, or am I wrong on
It
that?
was defeated. We voted on it, but it was
we
defeated.
voted to keep it.
Yes, we did. You are right. We did
voted
discuss
to keep it because we
Yeah.
said that we would leave it that way until Director Kellogg was not here, and then
No, actually,
No,
we left
no, we
it at the
didn't.
director's discussion.
The discussion went to, there was some opinion thinking that it would be an incentive for people to get on the board.
That's correct.
And that's where we left it.
Yeah.
There was no change.
But we did discuss it. You are right, Cliff.
Okay.
But we did never take an action on it, and so if we would choose to, at the next change, if it's, then we could cross that bridge when we
Discuss it again.
Yeah, right.
We did vote on it once, and we voted to
Yeah,
keep it.
correct. Yeah, at this juncture, we voted to keep it.
I have no preference either way myself.
And unless you wish to comment, well, okay, then unless you have further discussion, a motion would be appropriate.
I would make a motion to change the wording in that paragraph. Directors and their eligible dependents can participate in any of the district's medical, dental, vision, life, and flexible benefits cafeteria programs as received by district employees.
Can we make it a little more
Which one of the three?
fact that states that they can choose either
General unit or management?
Directors and their eligible dependents can elect to participate in either of the districts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either of.
I think that's
Simple.
what you were after.
Yeah.
either of the
Okay.
Does that work?
Either,
So moved.
Either the general unit or the management unit.
I thought I asked this question. Isn't the management contract called rules and regulations?
Yeah. So any of the rules. Okay.
Well, in either.
Either.
Either
Get
of.
Either.
Get another employment group, we got to come back and fix this. But at this point, I think that's the clearest way with the fewest word changes.
That makes sense. Okay.
Does it?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Georgiana, do you think you
Yeah,
have that?
works for me.
So it was to change the wording to directors and eligible dependents can elect to participate in either of the districts. Yes, that was the
Yes.
Either of, yeah.
Either of.
The other option would be can participate in the district's medical. You want to go to the as received by either
Yeah.
the general unit or management.
That's what I was going to state.
Okay.
Just because that's a little more.
Is that clear? I mean, you guys have to implement this. so.
That would
It's
be
a little more
clear.
specific. Yes. Either
So
district.
directors and their eligible dependents can participate in the district's medical, dental, vision, life, and flexible benefits cafeteria program as received by either
Yes.
general unit employees or management employees.
Correct.
How about that?
That's
Yeah.
how I like it.
That makes sense.
I think good verbiage there, Ann. Thank you.
Yeah. I like that one too. More clear. Yeah.
Any further discussion? Yes, Bill.
I'd just like to say, I think that's the best way to go for the future, for any of the new, when eventually a new director comes. And so that if it is like this, management ends up with a different medical benefits. That's great. So, yeah, that was a nice compromise.
I personally don't think that I would change my mind, and I think, too, that our final discussion was that we just keep that if somebody ever wants it. But again, we'll cross that bridge later.
So I made that motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. I think we're all clear on what it was. This is, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's been moved. 5-0. Thank you.
Okay.
Num-
Now on to what we're here for.
Number 5, Kevin.
Yes. Thank you all again for taking time out of your schedule to come to this special board meeting. The reason why I called this before the regular scheduled board meeting is because there is advantages to banks if they loan money to organizations that have less than $5 million of loans in the calendar year. And being that we might be having more loan money coming next year, I was concerned that if we let it go till January, that it might interfere with some of the financing that they're giving us on the rates that we were able to get, knowing that it was going to close before the end of the year. Bond counsel needed 2 weeks lead time between the vote of the board and the close. So that's why this was the special date. So again, I appreciate it. So what I'll kind of give you the history. The district borrowed $5.7 million in 2009 through a public offering. When you go out for a public offering, you offer bonds to individuals. Those bonds are priced at different interest rates through each one of the tranches. So year 1, you're selling bonds for 1%. By year 15, you're selling bonds at 5%. To attract people to tie up their money for that long period of time, they're looking for a higher interest rate. So as we get lower and lower down in the payment of the bonds, the higher and the higher the interest rate we're paying on those bonds. And so at this point, our interest rate is approximately 4.42% on the remaining life of the bonds that we have outstanding. This was to install the meter reading system and the meters. So that's what it was there for. So what we did was, being that we have historically low interest rates at this point, we we asked our underwriter to go out and see what kind of interest rates the market's offering for right now. They ran the numbers for us based on offerings that they had done in the past, very short past, and felt like the numbers were positive for us, even though we can't prepay these bonds until another 2 years. So what we're going to do is take this money, we're going to put it into trust. We're then going to pay on the new debt, and the money sitting in trust is going to pay the interest rate and the proceeds out until we're ready to prepay those bonds, and then the remaining funds will be distributed out to pay the remaining of the bonds. The other thing it does is when you go out for a bond offering, you have to borrow reserves. So we have $572,000 sitting in reserves that's not earning much interest. So what this is going to do is it's going to open up that reserve money and be able to pay down these bonds early, and that the interest rate that we earn off that is nothing, and the interest rate is going to be paying down is 4% interest. So it does make sense for that too. So we sent out an RFP to about 7 or 8 banks, went through quite a vetting process, and the bank that came back best was BB&T, and offered us 2.28% interest on this. We ran the numbers, and over the life of the debt, the district would save about $133,000 over a 7-year period. So very positive for us. It also opens up that reserve funds that we now have available, and it's just an easy. And the other thing too is we do have a 5-year no prepayment on it. But if the last 2 years, if it's just looking like interest rates are even lower, which I doubt they will
Not
be.
likely, yeah.
Or if we're just flush with cash and we want to pay it off, we'll be able to pay it off within that 2-year period. So I think it's a very positive thing for the district, and so that's my spiel.
Kevin, at what time would those trust funds be applied?
When?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be, when's the prepayment?
2019 or?
It's 2019. I believe it's
April 1st or something like that?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
April 1st, 2000.
So they just sit there until then, is that what
Yeah,
you're
so
saying?
what we did was I just signed the letter. What we're going to do is what's called slugs. We go out and buy slugs, and what they are, they're state and local government bonds that you buy that are extremely secure, that have a stated interest rate associated with them, that you take that stated interest rate into calculation when you do this. So they'll be earning interest through this time period that will be sitting there in slugs, and that then once when the bonds open up for maturity, then that monies and the interest rates associated with that will be paid towards that.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
What does BB&T stand for? What's the acronym?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
That's a good
all right.
question.
National Trust, something or other?
Yeah, BB&T.
Where are they from?
Bank and National Trust in there. The other B's, I don't know.
The other B is Bank of National Trust. Okay.
Yeah, they've been real aggressive with buying up local government debt. So,
Where are they from?
I believe they're in California. I'd have to look that up. I have their. They're on. Oh, North Carolina.
Really?
What happens if they get in trouble financially?
The whole nation is probably collapsing.
The concern of them is not. I mean, we're owing them money, so we don't care if they're in financial.
Yeah, that's right.
Bankruptcy. Someone else will come in and
If they
buy
can't
them.
collect.
It's that they would be concerned about us going out of.
And I see the full name is Branch Banking and Trust. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are they, Georgiana? Did it get where they?
It's branch banking and trust.
And a trust, not national.
Is it in New York or something? Are they in New York or?
North Carolina.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Branch Banking
North
and Trust.
Carolina.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, but well, actually, Emily should probably answer this question. Under contract law, it doesn't matter what happens to them. Whoever assumes that asset has to abide by the terms that we.
Yes.
I imagine you have something in either the resolution or your agreements that essentially talks about successors and assignees and
Yep.
everything. on
Yeah.
Roland.
Yep.
And I had a comment on the escrow agreement.
Yeah.
Everything through the escrow agreement refers to the city. Is that supposed to be the district in there?
Boilerplate stuff. Right?
Yeah, it looks like a boilerplate thing for a city because it says city, city, city.
Well, when the monies are due, if we can shift it to the town.
Or pick a city,
like
just
it.
pick a city.
Well, Ann would know because she's on the town liaison committee.
See what I'm saying? And the
Yeah,
city,
that's a good catch.
There you are.
it's all through there. Maybe it's just like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And by passing the resolution does not mean that this is going to be in stone, so I will go back to them as soon as we're done.
Yeah.
And have that
District.
correction done.
Yeah, okay. It's
Thank
all
you.
through there.
Thanks for catching that, Mark.
But yeah, we want to pass it over to the town. That's fine.
Or any city. Pick a
Or any
city.
city.
Any solvent city.
Yeah, I'll go back and
Glad you read it, Mark.
Yeah, I read it. I read the whole thing.
good catch.
I scanned it fast and I missed it. So. Any further questions?
And then I had another question.
Go for it.
You know, on the placement agent services agreement, didn't we already go out for the RFP? You said we already did that, right?
Yeah, the RFP's out. But
Okay.
There's a placement agent. So what we have is an agent that did all of this work
Okay.
for us.
Okay.
And so that's who we work through to get these deals done as a placement agent. And so banks work with these placement agents to make sure that they have security that the numbers that they're presenting are good and
Right.
that they're standing behind these numbers. So our placement agent is Brandis Tallman,
Right.
who we've used. in the
Okay, so
past.
this section is just for information for us that,
Well, we have a placement agent agreement. So
Correct.
there's
Correct.
an agent services agreement that we have that we deal directly with them because they're going to make money off the deal themselves as an underwriter of the loan.
right, okay.
So
Well,
we're
you-
approving that agreement now.
Yes,
I think that's
right.
But the board's approving a resolution to allow me to sign into that agreement. Correct. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
So you are agreeing.
But
to
they'd already done that work for us, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's right.
They've already
My
done all the
question.
work for us.
Okay, so we're kind of doing it in hindsight here, but okay, yep, got it. And then I noticed they charge a flat fee of $20,000.
Correct.
That's non-negotiable?
It is negotiable. It's kind of a standard.
It's a standard fee.
Well,
Yeah.
Most
so it's a
underwriters
6%
charge.
real estate fee, but you don't have to pay that if you
True.
negotiate it.
Yeah, it's true. It's a standard fee that I think most underwriters charge on small issuances like this.
Okay.
But we're saving $133,000, so we'll.
Okay, well, anything you can do on that end is okay with me.
The 133 is net of all fees. So
Okay.
so the 20,000's already included in.
Oh,
that
I see.
savings.
Okay, I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just thought there might be room for. All right. That's it. That's all I had.
Any further questions? Chair would accept a motion. And it's already one at the bottom of page 7 if you want to just read it.
I move approval to adopt resolution number 2017-16, authorizing proceedings to refund outstanding 2009 installment sale agreement and related certificates of participation and approving related documents and actions.
I'll second.
Thank you. It's a roll call vote, so. Georgiana?
Director Rice?
Yes.
Director Silva?
Yes.
Director Jacobson?
Yes?
Director Kellogg?
Yes.
President Whitland?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And any comments in regards to anything before we get out of here? If not, we are adjourned.
Use your gavel over there.
I've never used one yet. Don't want to start.
May all your meetings be that.
Yeah.
Hey.